would you say you're like a conservative?
No, I'm just independent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see myself at this point in either party. I
Mm-hmm.
would say in general, I preach very conservative views because that's what I think is best for the country and the world. And I think that's how we continue as a big group to move forward. Those things worked for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we see the way our country is going, we can easily say that, yeah, I think that was a much better life. And I think it's just healthier to promote these things
Yeah.
and just do your best to live by them.
Okay. Okay. But like, isn't LA
I mean,
like
I vote pretty far right in general. I would
okay?
say I'm socially slightly liberal, but yeah.
Okay, you probably have to be because like, isn't like LA and California like the most liberal place on the face of the planet?
Yeah.
What is it like for somebody like you with your views like living in California?
I mean, I do believe if I'm not wrong, ironically, California is the highest population of like Republicans in one place because we're so big.
Really?
And to be fair, like yeah, I don't let me I can like figure that out, but no, I am pretty sure because we are such a large state.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is people just lie about it here. Like every single person I know that I talk to is conservative, Republican, libertarian, or whatever. In general, they vote very right. Especially like to be hard on crime and things like that. And I would just say it's just really like a facade. People just lie, so they act like they're super liberal, but they're not. I mean, we see how things are working now, and it's awful. And California's turned into like a hellscape. Everyone that runs this place has ran it into the ground, and it's extremely dangerous. It's awful. They have no idea what they're doing, and I think things are just getting so bad that like I have a little bit of hope because every day people that were very liberal
Mm-hmm.
message me and they're like straight up like I'm voting for Trump. They were like, we don't even care. Things are so bad. We
Really?
would vote for anyone Republican over anyone on the left side at this point because it's true. Things are so bad.
Over sleepy Joe Biden?
Yeah, and like also I just watch him and to be honest, I it's elder abuse. I think if you want Joe Biden to run again, I actually genuinely think it's elder abuse and I think you're like kind of sick. I think they're like torturing him and like keeping him alive on pills and it's awful. And like you can say what you want about Trump, but like he had a lot of good policies
Mm-hmm.
and we had respect. Our country had respect. People can say that he says silly things or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
people knew if they crossed a line with us, it was over for them and he held that line and that's the most important thing to me because everyone is starting to realize how weak we are
Yeah.
and taking advantage of that. And also he went on and like talked about chocolate chip ice cream today after like a bunch of people just got shot and I had to
Really?
rewatch the clip because yeah.
My name is Joe Biden. I'm Dr. Joe Biden's husband. And I ate Jenny's ice cream, chocolate chip. I came down because I heard there was chocolate chip ice cream. By the way, I have a whole refrigerator full upstairs. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. God. Ben, how are you, pal?
I didn't see this clip, but it sounds like something he would do. Sounds like something he
Yeah,
would do.
because he has no idea where he is or what's going on. And I'm like, you guys are sick. Go put him like,
He needs to
on
be
a
in a
vineyard
home
somewhere.
somewhere, like because I mean he's
Yeah.
old. He's had like he survived like two brain aneurysms and stuff, and he's obviously like not there. He goes to sleep in interviews and stuff, and he doesn't look anywhere near competent enough to be like the president of the United States, which is supposedly the most powerful position in the world. You know what I'm saying? He makes America look
Yeah,
weak.
it was.
But I
And
can.
it makes and
Oh,
it's
go
like
ahead.
sorry. Like I'm like and it just makes us look really bad and really weak and we're seeing that his policies are awful. I mean, he backtracks on everything. Kamala is like a psychopath who like has never answered a question successfully and just sits
Why
there
does
and
she
laughs.
laugh so fucking much? Every time somebody hits her with a question, she's like, "Meh," I can't do her laugh, but it's all she knows how
Yeah.
to do. It's like that uncomfortable, I'm uncomfortable in this moment. Let me laugh. Let me cackle as loud as I possibly can. And it just,
Yeah.
it,
It's the I have no idea what to say because I'm so genuinely uneducated
Yeah.
because I got this job for so many awful, corrupt reasons. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna hysterically laugh. I mean, she makes statements that are so weird. I'm like, do you not have people writing these things for you? Are you not briefed on these things? I'm like, I've done more professional interviews than you have, and I'm no one.
It's like she talks kind of like Porky Pig. She says the same thing over and over again, but she just kind of rewords them like as she speaks and then laughs at the
Yeah.
end. I mean,
That's actually exactly what she does.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's so obvious. And it's I mean, I can say this because I'm black, but she's obviously like an affirmative action hire along with
Mhm.
like the press secretary and really everybody who Biden brought along. Like he brought a whole bunch of women, like some trans people through in there somewhere, and like everybody, nobody was hired off of their merit. Everybody was hired to check a box and to say, look how inclusive we are. Along like every other thing in America right now. Nobody is getting a job in a high position because of like what they've done and what they can do. They're getting hired because of what color of skin they have, what they identify as, and what group they can represent. And that's why everything is kind of going down the toilet.
And ironically, because of that, the country's falling apart. And I mean, yeah, his entire cabinet is like literally a diversity hire.
Yeah.
Every single person, and we're seeing, like, no offense, every single one sucks at their job.
Yeah.
The person leading our military, you have Pete Buttigieg, or you have every single person sucks
Yeah.
because he hired them based on their sexual orientation and the color of their skin.
Yeah.
And also, it's like, yeah, let's be real. Anyone with a brain is like, she is there because she's black and a woman. But
Yeah.
the thing is, it sets us back so far because why don't you hire a black woman that's incredible at her job? Or why don't we wait until there is a black woman who's incredible at the job? Because you're actually just taking away all credibility from black women by putting the worst one ever elected.
Exactly.